July 17, 2016, Hong Kong. A teenager knocks on a door at midnight. It isn't his hotel. It is the South Korean consulate. If it opens, he lives. If not, he is dead by morning. Just 24 hours earlier, this 18-year-old math prodigy stood on stage accepting a silver medal for North Korea. Now, he is a fugitive. But he isn't running from prison, he is running from recruitment. The regime wanted him for their elite cyber unit, hacking banks, stealing billions, and building missile systems. A lifetime trapped in a bunker doing the state's darkest work. Then the door opens. "I am from North Korea. I want to defect," he whispers. They pull him inside. He thinks he is safe, but he is still on Chinese soil. And China sends defectors back. How did a math genius end up here? And will he survive the diplomatic standoff he just created? The Pipeline. 1998. Ri Yong-yeol is born under the gaze of Kim Jong-il's portrait north of Pyongyang. By age 7, while classmates struggle with addition, Ri has mastered the elementary curriculum. Teachers watch him compute like a machine. But in North Korea, talent isn't celebrated. It is weaponized. Ri is immediately funneled into Pyongyang's elite school for gifted youth. It's a pipeline disguised as an academy. Every class is monitored, every thought assessed for loyalty. Good students become assets, the best become state property. By 15, Ri dominates local competitions. By 16, he joins the national team for the International Mathematical Olympiad. He spends 4 years competing abroad: Thailand, South Africa, Colombia, and Hong Kong. He wins 4 consecutive silver medals. In a nation starved for prestige, he is a quiet weapon carrying the flag to world stages. But international exposure is dangerous. The brighter his spotlight, the tighter the leash.
After the 2015 Olympiad, Ri expects praise but faces interrogation. Officials interview his friends and family. In North Korea, this scrutiny means one thing: selection. The government plans to bypass university and recruit him directly into the Reconnaissance General Bureau, the country's covert cyber army. His future is set: hacking foreign banks or calculating nuclear trajectories in a windowless room. No choice, no escape, forever monitored. For a teenager who has glimpsed the outside world, this is a death sentence. Ri makes a calculation more dangerous than any math problem. He will run. But how? The Hermit Kingdom is a sealed trap. Then the variable emerges. The 2016 IMO is in Hong Kong. It is his final year to compete, his last trip abroad. Before leaving, he breaks protocol and tells one person: his father. His father, a math teacher, listens as his son confesses treason. With eyes full of fear and pride, he presses $200 into Ri's palm. It is a stunning act of sacrifice. If discovered, the entire family faces imprisonment or execution. Ri hugs his father, memorizing the moment. He boards the plane with only clothes, books, and $200. One shot at freedom. The Math Olympiad. July 2016, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Teams from around the globe gather. On the surface, Ri Yong-yeol is just another contestant. Inside, he is planning an escape where a single error means death. The North Korean delegation operates under lockdown. Passports are confiscated, no smartphones, no unsupervised movement. It resembles a hostage situation. Ri plays the diligent student while scanning for weaknesses. He notices the cracks. The Olympiad isn't a prison. Volunteers roam freely, and the North Korean teachers, while strict, are not trained security guards. Ri refines his plan: slip out of the dorm at night, reach Hong Kong International Airport, and find a South Korean who can connect him to the consulate. He doesn't know the consulate's address or can't search online. The airport is his only neutral ground.
On July 16th, he earns his 4th silver medal. The team poses for photos, but Ri is counting down the hours. That night, during the closing banquet, the minders relax. The competition is over. They believe their job is done.
They expect to fly home the next afternoon, but Ri has identified his window. Around 2 a.m., silence falls. Ri slides from his bed, fully dressed. He inches the door open. The hallway is empty. He slips past the dozing security guard in the lobby and steps into the humid Hong Kong night. He flags a taxi. "Airport, please," he says in broken English. As the campus vanishes, terror and exhilaration collide. He's alone, with no papers and no way back. The sun rises in 2 hours. The defection. 4 a.m. Hong Kong International Airport. Ri steps into the bustle of the departure hall. He is just a skinny kid with a backpack, but he needs a miracle. He spots a Korean Air check-in counter and approaches the supervisor. "I need to go to South Korea. Can you help me?" he asks in Korean. The woman looks confused. He adds, "I am from North Korea." Her eyes widen. A manager is called immediately. They usher Ri aside. He explains everything: the contest, the escape, the fear. The manager is stunned, but acts fast. She calls the South Korean consulate. The diplomats on the other end are skeptical until the details check out. A North Korean student is indeed missing.
They urge Ri to get to the consulate building on his own. International protocol forbids them from picking him up. It could be seen as kidnapping. The manager scribbles an address: Far East Finance Center, 16th Harcourt Road. Ri thanks her. This stranger has handed him his coordinates for survival. He hails another taxi. This is the final leg. Panic sets in. By now, his handlers know he is gone. He imagines them calling the Chinese police. If he is caught, he will be deported and executed. The taxi stops at a glass skyscraper. Ri jumps out. He finds the directory. Consulate General of the Republic of Korea, 5th floor. He rides the elevator up. 2 security guards block the entrance. The consulate isn't open yet. Ri blurts out, "I am a North Korean student. I need asylum." The guards freeze, then rush him inside through a metal detector. South Korean diplomats appear, astonished. "You came alone?" one asks. Ri nods, his voice cracking. "I defected. I can't go back." They offer him water. As he drinks, reality sinks in. He is physically on South Korean territory. He is safe. For now. But he is still in Hong Kong, and a geopolitical storm is about to break. 70 days in limbo. News reaches Beijing and Seoul instantly. A North Korean asylum seeker in Hong Kong is a diplomatic nightmare. Police station plainclothes officers outside the building. They don't storm the consulate, but they ensure no one leaves. Ri is the cause of the lockdown. He is given a small, windowless room. On paper, he is free. In practice, he is a prisoner of politics. Days turn to weeks. China faces a dilemma. Deporting a math prodigy back to a gulag is a PR disaster, but letting him go enrages North Korea. It is a dangerous game of chess.
Ri paces his room like a caged animal. He worries constantly about his family. Did the regime punish them? The guilt gnaws at him. To stay sane, he plays video games on an offline computer and runs on a treadmill. It's absurd, running in place inside an office while the city of Hong Kong moves outside, unreachable. Weeks become months. Pyongyang demands his return, claiming he was abducted. South Korea works the back channels. Ri wakes up every day wondering if China will force him out. Finally, in late September, 70 days after he walked in, Beijing quietly gives the green light. Relations with North Korea had soured due to missile tests, and China decided to let Ri go. Consulate staff hand him a plane ticket to Seoul and a new passport with a new name: Lee Young-ho. "It's time to go home," an official says. Ri stares at the document. He is no longer state property. A new life, a heavy cost. They leave for the airport at dusk in an unmarked car. Chinese officers shadow them to ensure safe passage. At immigration, Ri is terrified his cover will blow, but the officer stamps his passport without looking up. He boards the plane, trembling. Only when the wheels lift off does he finally exhale. Landing in Seoul, he is whisked away for debriefing. Ri Yong-yeol ceases to exist. Lee Yong-ho is born. He enters a program for defectors, learning to navigate a world of choices: internet, credit cards, freedom. His talent remains undeniable. Within a year, he passes entrance exams for Seoul National University, the country's top college. It is a triumph, but it carries a heavy cost. He has not heard from his family since that day. He likely never will. To protect them, he publicly insists he planned the escape entirely alone. He traded his past for a future.
North Korea's response was swift. Humiliated, the regime banned their team from the International Math Olympiad for 2 years. When they returned in 2019, security was suffocating, minders watching every move. They would never lose another Prodigy. One of the first things Ri did when he finally accessed the uncensored internet in Seoul was simple. He opened Google and searched for North Korea. A young man, once forbidden from seeing the world, finally typing his homeland's name to learn the truths they had hidden. His story is one of freedom, but it raises a haunting question. How many other brilliant minds are trapped there right now, calculating their own desperate equations for escape?